going, YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis Accelerate. Welcome me back to the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days, we're dueling with a different deck every single day. Today, everybody, is the 93rd day. Only a week left in the 100 days this year. That's crazy to think about. But we got ourselves a few more bangers, and today is no different. We're taking a look at a Highlander deck, where there can only ever be one monster, any one spell, any one trap, one copy of every card in the deck. And so we've got ourselves our Highlander deck. It's a 60-card beast with a whole bunch of different things in it. We got the dangers. We, of course, have our Soul Resonator, because if we're going to play Highlander, we're going to have ourselves a bit of a throwback to Season 1 of the 100 Days. We're playing Dark Highlander in our Dark Highlander deck, so we got our Dark Highlander, we got a bunch of other techs and different wombos and combo, all the good stuff here. We got ourselves a whole bunch of different cards in this deck. Bestials, Dangers, Highlander, what we call the Red Dragon Orc-Fee, the Resonator stuff, and a few other little spicy techs here and there. So we're going to be going into yugioh Pro, where we'll be showing off this deck, showing off the wombos and the combos, the what do's and the what not do's, and have ourselves a good old time. Thanks to Mr. Deverick Phillips, who asked us today to take a look at a Highlander deck. So, of course, we've got the whole deck list. It's going to be at the end of the video, but for now, let's head on into the action, show off what this baby can do. Alrighty, everybody, our first opponent of the day, another card game. So with our deck, you can go first or second, depending on what we're up against. And I'd say with this opening hand, we're just going to go with our one-off. We're going to activate Fusion Destiny. Kind of a cheatsy card, but, you know, it's what we have. So what we've got, we'll set up our Phoenix Enforcer, and that's it. That is sadly it for this turn, but next turn, we have some nice little combos we might be able to do. I've got my good old Jackalope. I got Birdman. Birdman, I have learned through my testing of my deck, works really well with Dangers, because you can just bounce whatever you want, and then, you know, get Birdman onto the board. Reuse your Dangers. Reuse the one of Jackalope. It's pretty nice. So we're up against good old-fashioned Volcanoes. All right, I'll take my damage. I think I can live with that. I mean, he likes to destroy his own cards too, but my monster's gonna be able to pop him in the middle of his combos. Alright, so Volcanic Trooper. All's good. But let's talk about our deck. It's a very nice little format, Highlander. I find that it's interesting format. Everything is at 1. So any little engines you can make in Highlander is really where you want to go. You know, lots of little engines. And as I was making this deck, I just kept finding all these engines I wanted to try out, things I wanted to do, and it was really hard to narrow it down. As you can tell from the size of my deck, it was very hard to narrow down. And so, you know, we just kind of ended with this one, where I have all these different engines and things I can do. The Dangers are very helpful with sorting out my deck. I've got the Bestials that are really good for just putting them on the board. And of course, if I'm playing Highlander, I wanted to go for Highlander. So we have a small, but it's there. It's a very there Resonator engine there. You know? It's one of those things. One of those things where I really... Maybe next year for the 100 days we'll do Alt Week. If I can... Getting Necro to do another alternate week is going to be a hassle. But it would be cool to do a week of Highlander decks, just every day a different little bunch of engines. That would be cool. That would be really cool to see. I would love to see more Highlander format. Maybe I should do that this year. I'll have to make a note of that. That would be cool. Because I feel, like I said, Highlander format is really cool, because you never know what it's going to be like. And with only everything at 1 of, then, you know, everything's not quite as consistent as in traditional Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, I think it would be neat. Alright, well, regardless of my neat talk, my opponent has done quite a bit of damage. One good thing, my Dark Phoenix Enforcer will return to the board. As he do. So, let's just bring him back. Bring him back. I'll take the burn damage. It's fine. If he wants to Blaze Accelerate me, that's fine too. So, let's go ahead and... Do I just destroy him now and save myself the trouble? Possibly. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead and activate my Phoenix Enforcer's effect, see where this goes. Ah, you did have Inferno. Good. Got to bait that out when we can. Alright, so we'll stop that. That is fine. Let's activate our Danger Jackalope's effect. Activate Jackalope's effects, discarding himself, but I can work with that. I can work with that. I really wish there was a danger that was a light monster, but there is not. But we're gonna go ahead and summon out Danger. Do I go for Nessie? Nessie Betsy. I'll take it. We're gonna summon out Danger Nessie. I'll keep taking that burn damage, but it's what it is. So that's only when I special summon, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. So I was gonna show off the Birdman combo, but you get the idea. Bouncing Nessie back to reuse that effect is pretty neat. But you know what else is pretty neat? Our boy Chaos Angel. He's a pretty nice dude. He'll protect everyone from destruction. And I'm just gonna go ahead and banish the Emperor so I don't have to worry about him as much. I shall banish your dude. And unfortunately, he never used a monster effect. Oh well, it is what it is. Let's just attack our opponent, start getting some damage back on the board. I now need to make up for lost ground. Volcanics emission. Take a volcanic, add to hand, or summon it, ignoring its summoning conditions. Ah. Oh. Okay, I can't be destroyed by battle, though. Normally, that would have been bad. That would have been very bad. But thankfully, it is not as bad. But I will applaud this gentleman. He played the Doomfire tech. That is some big brain play. That's some big brain play right there. I like it. Love seeing Volcanic Doomfire. Alright, well, unfortunately, I was never able to do that. But it is what it is. I'll go ahead and set a card, and I didn't run Typhon because I don't want to run no Typhon, so we'll end our turn. You gotta go ahead and, oh yeah, recover a couple cards. That's right. Yeah, it's a matter of like, do we banish the Emperor or do we not? But I think banishing him was a good idea because while he will get his stuff back, they're on the bottom of the deck now. Alright, so now what can my opponent do? Good question. The Inferno is still on the board. It's a bit of an issue, but I can just beat over him if need be. Plus, I still have Called by the Grave. So if I really need to get over things, I think I'll be fine. Lots of traps, though. That's a lot of trappy cards. Go destroy Phoenix Enforcer. I had no reason not to bait out his negate. I have no reason not to. I might as well. Alright. So now it's our turn. Ooh, Wyverbuster. Cool. That is not as useful as I'd like it to be, but it's better than nothing. So we'll go ahead and banish Jackalope, summoning out our Wyverbuster. Hey, hey, ho, ho. There you go. Of course, the one thing I really want to see right now is my tuner. I want to see my Soul Resonator, because then he's just going to let me get more stuff. Alright, let's go for the battle phase. Let's beat over Volcanic Trooper. Storm Trooper. Storm Trooper. Blazing Mirror Force. You mother... Oh, now that... Wait a minute, hold on. Forbidden Chalice. Oh! Oh, now that shit sucks. No! We're all gonna take so much damage. Oh, that's just a rotten way to start it out, but sometimes that be. Alright, well, it's unfortunate to start like that, but you know what? With our deck, it goes in many different ways. And sometimes they don't go the way we want them, but we gotta see Volcanics do some cool stuff. I like to see the Volcanics, especially with Doomfire. Nobody plays Doomfire anymore, and he's a cool dude. So, we take a loss, regrettably, but you get the idea of what we're trying to do, right? It's just a whole smorgasbord of different decks coming together and trying to lay it into our opponent. So, let's go for duel number 2. Show off more with this deck, dude. There's a lot more it can do. I like to show off a good chunk of that. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Alrighty, so our next... Ooh, okay, we're going first, and I love this opening hand. I love it. You know why? Because no matter what happens, it's always good when you start with Soul Resonator. When this guy gets summoned, I can add my Wild Wind, and I can summon him out. Everything's golden from there. Because after that, we can summon out the titular man. He who is singular amongst the stars. Let us summon forth the Dark Highlander. But shoo. There he is. Alright, well, there he is. And I could summon out more monsters. I can't summon anything from the extra deck, though, so I'm just gonna have my turn. Okay, so we summon Dark Highlander. What does he do, you might ask? It's very simple. Neither player can do any synchro summoning shenanigans, and if anything involving equipped spells is on the board, he's gonna be prepared, Dark Highlander. He's a big dude, and he's got a big old scythe. He's not that great, but you know what? He's cool. If my opponent's playing, like, I don't know, math mechs. Okay, maybe not math mech, but they have exceeds. What's a deck that's completely reliant on synchro summoning and nothing else? Ice Barrier? No, Ice Barriers have other things. What else? Okay, if my opponent only had synchro mon, if we're up against Sword Soul, that's pretty dang good. So what are we up against? Some sort of Locky Downey sort of deck? Ugh. That doesn't sound cool at all. Jaugen the Spiritualist. Discard a random card, destroy all special summon. Neither player can special summon. Wasn't that just an enjoyable thing? Why don't you just stop us both from playing the game? Why don't you? What the hell is this? Decisive Battle of Gold. Card will be destroyed by battle card effect. Send a fusion. Okay. During the end phase, you've got Albaz, blah, blah. So the whole point of this is just to, like, keep this guy on the board. Okay, fine. Fuck you, baby. I mean, you're gonna just protect yourself, but, you know, that's a once per turn thing, so now I can beat this over. I can beat it over now, and Wilder Wind ain't done, son. Because I can banish him to get my Dark Resonator. Alright, Resonator, go! Punch Jaugen in the face! Or not. No. Don't you just hate these lockdown decks? They always have the most annoying decks. Gosh dang it. I mean, that was all I had. Wait, no. What if we played Bigfoot and discard himself? Hey, that'll work. Alright, well, get rid of Jaugen. Hey, at the very least, he's gone. And, yeah. Who said we were done, sir? Who said? 6, 7, 8, wait a minute. Level 6 or lower monster. No, I'm not gonna have one of those, sadly. Sadly, that is not the case. But I got some snarky things. Let's go for instant fusion. We're gonna get out the sea monster of Theseus. I can't attack with it, but that's not the point of it. Let's make Shen. Bachumba. Big honkin' beat stick. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. We'll get Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. And I can't use Destrudo's effect, but that's fine. Let's go for Black Dragon Collapse Serpent and do lots and lots of damage. Better than nothing. You know what? I'm up against one of the... Wait, what does this do again? When your monster closes attack, return to banish monsters to the owner's... Great. Oh, sure. Doesn't really matter who. I'll put Wilder Wing back. He did a good job. All right. Well, I'm doing the damage. We're doing the hits. Will that be enough to stop my opponent? I'm a little doubtful of that. Only because of the nature of, like, this guy has a lockdown deck. He only needs another Jaugen, and he's gonna, like, beat over me, and he's gonna be going Albaz into it. Albaz in it. All right. Or Ecclesia, that's another option. Okay. Go to the Ecclesia the Vatituous, getting another Dogmatic Punishment. But he can't send cards to the grave while I have Shen, so... I don't know if that's really gonna help me, but I'm gonna pretend that it does. I'm gonna pretend, yeah. I mean, I can't beat over you with Shen, but I can beat over you with the other guy. I'll take it. Because your little trap won't work no more, so unless you have some other trap, then you're in trouble, son. Although you have quite a few traps. Quite a few of those. Let's see here. Ooh, Mothman. Let me think about this. My attack's not that high. My attack is not that high. And this is where Shen kind of has a bit of an issue for us, but let's go for Mothman and see where this goes. We'll see where it goes. I mean, I could have just normal summoned Mothman, but this will work just well. just as well. So punishment will go off, sending a monster to the grave, but it's going to get banished instead. Oh, it's from the field, though. Not from the extra deck. Okay, you know what? That's fine. What did you send to the graveyard? Some Tri-Brigade thing? What does it do? Sending a Garura. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Let's see. Looks 6 or lower monster. Bring out Destrudo. Who was my other synchro option in here? That would try to make... Okay, well, how Destrudo works. Discards reduced by the level of the target, so it would become a 3. Right? 3, 7. That's just too low. That is very close to working, but not quite enough. Not quite enough, I'm afraid. So I guess I'll just beat into Ecclesia and see where this goes. I mean, he'll keep protecting the darn thing. Gosh dang, I hate these lockdown decks. They're just so cheesy. Don't get me wrong, I like me a cheesy combo, but I like combos to my cheese, not sit on annoying cards until the opponent's annoyed to death cards. I could make Baguska. Is Baguska a good idea here? Maybe? I have a feeling that's a bad idea. At least for now. Maybe next turn. Maybe. I'm just thinking, if he's got all this annoying lockdown things and he's gonna go for Ecclesia over and over and over again, then he's probably got like Solemn Strikes and Johnsons and Dogmatic Punishments and all that stuff. So yeah, like I said, very annoying sort of deck, but it's what it is. We just have to live with it for now anyway, until we start hitting him again. You know, we got some hits in. Inspector Border. I thought this guy was dead. I thought I saw you dead in the dumpster, old man. Where did you come from? Who let you out of the dumpster? Alright. Well, I have Crackdown for cards just like this one. Will that work? Maybe. Maybe, baby. We'll find out. Nope, he had Solemn. I knew he had Solemn. I knew it. Alright, I need a level 4 really bad. Any level 4 will do. Where's Raiden? Where's my Raiden at? I need him. I could use him, although I have a... This is what I hate about these lockdown decks. It's just constantly like this. You know, there's too many Solemns in the game for lockdown decks to be, like, any enjoyable, but... Better than nothing, I guess? I guess. I mean, I have a feeling he's got, like, I don't know, Twin Twisters or Dogmatic Punishment again. And he's just gonna pop my face. He's gonna send, like, Nintis this time. Or not. Oh, right, because he can't use Nintis because of his own Inspect Border. Alright. And then Jowgen's here. Alright, well. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what is... why couldn't we go back to the Volcanic guy? At least he was cool. This ain't cool at all. This is just Inspect Border over and over, plus Jowgen, plus Ecclesia, plus a bunch of BS. Not a big fan. I'm really not a big fan of decks like this. All right. So I can't play anything. I can literally do nothing. Well, gosh dang it, today is not our day. Sometimes you have bad days, but man, we've had such good days recently. We've had such great days. And then we get hit with a brick wall like this nonsense, but okay, but we have time for one more duel. We have time for one more duel today. And okay, my opponent didn't do anything. Okay, that might help me. Or it would if I had any other card. So let's go for the third duel. Pick ourselves back up. We ain't done yet. Nuh-uh, not yet. Alrighty, everybody, the third duel of the day, the fighting third. Sadly, also the last chance of romance, but we're gonna put our best foot forward, gosh darn it. I wish it didn't have to do with this guy, but it's what it is. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a rough day today. Burn decks and lockdown decks aside, we'll see where it goes in this final, though. I mean, I've got a nice hand when it's our turn again. Got my Phoenix Enforcer to interrupt my opponent. I mean, it's got stuff to it. My opponent has 3 cards in the extra deck. That means it's, well, it's either not Monarchs or it's Monarchs with like 1 pot of prosperity in there. Maybe. That would be a really funny way of somebody playing Monarchs. Just play 1 pot of prosperity or 1 pot of extravagance. Or I guess you'd have to play more than 1 of them to be consistent about it, but you get the idea. You get the idea there. And I'll just, you know, make them think you're not playing Monarchs just until you are playing Monarchs. Is this more okay? Woo! I was worried this was going to be lockdown again, but I am so glad it isn't. All right. Well, I don't trust your monster. I don't know what it is. Ah, Scapegoat. That's a nice tech. I wish I'd made room for that in my deck. That would have been cool. I'll have to remember that next time we play Highlander, because I do want to play Highlander again sometime. It's just like, it's such a fun little format to play into, with so many interesting things you can do with it. It's just like, finding people that are cool with you playing it like that is very hard to do. Especially on EDO Pro with all these silly... Ooh, okay, new game plan. New game plan. Much better game plan. Get out of here, Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. I hate you. You're garbage. I don't care about you. We summoned the real Highlander. Hydrolander. There we go. Very cool, because once per turn I can mill 3 cards, pop a card of my opponent's, so long as I have all monsters with different names in the grave. Oh yeah, baby. There we go. Now, my hope is restored in humanity by me playing a card game. That's right. Go Thunderbird. He flies like thunder. There you go. Oh man, we got like all the good stuff. Let's go for Bestial Magnum Hut. And we should be good. Like this is what I wanted to do all day, but my opponents are like locking me down and burning me to death, and it wasn't fun, man. It wasn't fun. All right, well, regardless of that, let's go ahead and just battle phase. And yeah, you can't fault me for beating up the D-board player. I got rid of Phoenix Enforcer, okay? I got rid of the gosh darn thing because I didn't want to see him no more. All right, well, I'm just going to attack with everything. Bring on your Regekis, sir. I am not afraid. I fear not. Oh. Were those combo? Were those chain? Oh, I guess it would have. It was just doubled. He was doubling down. Okay. He was doubling down. Man, I took all the damage. I took every bit of damage there. So you can't tell me there wasn't a back and forth. Legally, you cannot tell me that. All right, so I got my branded beast, and I could just... I mean, the smart thing would be just to destroy his dude, but I'm not going to go that way. Sard? Okay, why not? Look at Bestial Sarn here, why not? I mean, I have Albalos in here. It's just like one of my many funky tech cards. I could summon him. It won't do anything against this, but it would be funny. He's funny as hell, so why not? All right, so now I need to be really careful about his set cards, because his set cards are clearly bigger danger than the dangers in my hand, or the ones on my board. Dark Sanctuary, my goodness. Next he's gonna draw like, what's that? He's gonna draw like Secret Barrel or something. This isn't even Dark Destiny board, this is something else. Go forth, Hydrolander. Keep blowing stuff up. Go away, Field Spell. You've given me enough grief. Alright, but that ought to be game right there. I mean, I think, maybe, I don't know. You might have something else that I'm not aware of. But yeah, that is what I've been wanting to do all bloody day, and now I'm filled with sadness, because I have a level 6 that I can put on the board, and I can make a level 5 tuner. But I can't put Star Eater on the board, who is one of the techs I was thinking of playing, but we didn't today. So... sadness, but at least in this third duel you get the... This is the power this deck has. We just didn't get to see it. And my opponent surrenders, but they were good sports about it. So he gets way more respect from me than any lockdown player. So let's go for the end screen. Alrighty, everybody. So our Highlander deck of 2024 sadly only got the 1 win today. it's unfortunate, but that does happen sometimes. It wasn't even that our deck wasn't working. We were up against like really annoying decks for us to have to fight up against. I mean, I shouldn't complain about fighting Volcanics. They're cool. I was more annoyed about the Jougans and the Spectre Borders and all that nonsense. It's trashy Yu-Gi-Oh! And I don't like it. I really don't. If I was playing Troll Week, maybe. But even then, I have standards. Okay? I have standards. I wouldn't want to play a deck like that unless forced to. But regardless of that, our Highlander deck, we were able to show off the wombos and the combos. We didn't get to show off everything I would have liked to see, but at least we were never forced to summon Dragoon. So I'm happy for that. Anytime I put him in here because I need him. I don't put him in here because I want to see him on the board. But regardless, I hope everybody didn't take something from today. I know we didn't get all the wins that we usually like to see, but it is what it is sometimes. You know, we got to see Highlander. We got to see, he was the only one. He was all by himself. That's how you know it's a true Highlander deck. So, thanks for everybody for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to smash the like button. Consider subscribing. Big shout out for everybody. I completely forgot this. 813 subscribers we've hit on the channel. Thank you. We've hit the goal for the end of this 100 days. Can we get to 815? That would be, okay, I'm asking a lot, but you know what? I'm going to ask it regardless. If you'd like to subscribe, you're welcome to. And real quick, I'm going to go over the deck list, and I haven't built tomorrow's deck. I don't think. No, I haven't yet. What was tomorrow's deck? Oh, the Relinquish deck. Okay, that's an easy one. I just had to fix up my old one. But yes, for our deck today, for our Highlander deck, here's what we were trying out. We have 1 copy of Dark Magician and Red Eyes Black Dragon for our Red Eyes Dragoon. We had Albalos because I had my Bysteel package, so nice to have a nice big beat stick of a boss monster. 1 Nibiru for clearing out boards. 1 Orbital Hydralander is the true undisputed boss monster of Highlander format. I'm getting Hydralander and Highlander format mixed up. You know what? We'll just call it Hydralander format from now on. It's a cooler name, in my opinion. 1 Danger Bigfoot, 1 Chaos Dragon Levineer because we have lights and darks, and it's just a nice card to have. 1 Danger Thunderbird, 1 Bestial Lubellion as a alternative sort of bossy sort of dude. Also searches us cards, always welcome. 1 Destiny Hero Plasma, not just because of the fusion, but you can normal summon this thing. All you need is 3 monsters, and having a skill drain that only works on your opponent is not too shabby. 1 Pankin Spank, I know he's at 2, but in this deck he's at 1. But he allows me to have a body on the board that can pop stuff. It's pretty nice. 1 Dangerous Dogman and Nessie is just additional dangers. 1 Destrudo, if we need to have, you know, just an extra body on the board. He's also a tuner. There's the less chance of using him for things, but there's a potential. 1 Bestial Druid's Worm, 1 Bestial Maniput. I'm not even going to say one of it anymore because that's obvious at this point. We have Bestial Sarnier and Bestial Baldrake. 1 Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon as it search out fusion. We have Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. We have Keeper of the Dragon's Magic to search our fusion spells. We have Mothman. We have Wyvern Buster. We have Wild Wind because we can special summon him while we have our tuner, and he can be banished to search a tuner if we happen to need it. We have Raiden for milling cards and also a tuner. We have our Celestial as our monster for making with our fusion, and it can potentially draw us more cards if we happen to need the darn things. 1 Performapal or Performage Trick Clown as just another body on the board that recurs itself. We have Damage Juggler to negate damage and search out our Trick Clown and our Hat Tricker. By the way, we run Hat Tricker. We also have Chupacabra. We have Birdman, who has very nice combos with our Danger monsters. 1 Dark Resonator as an alternative level 3 tuner monster of the fiendish variety. We have Tsuchinoko. We have Lumina, because sometimes I just mill Raiden, so it's nice to have a recovery there. Jackalope. We have Soul Resonator, which just, you know, adds us a monster from our deck to our hand. Very nice. And then we have Hydralander Orbit, which is like a support for Hydralander, which can, you know, tribute itself, excavate cards, and then it can get your monsters from your deck to your hand. It's just an additional sort of dude. We have Instant Fusion to get out Garura, get out Theseus, things of that nature. Red Eyes Fusion for a big boss. Harpy's Feather Dust for spell trap removal. Good old Resonator Call to get our tuner. We have Triple Tactical Talents, of course, in case we happen to be having our Triple Tactical Thrust go off. Gets us this thing. Then we can draw cards, take control of stuff that works. Or, if we've already used this, already have it, this will just get me any normal spell trap. We have a lot of those. Day of Peace for draw and protection. Pod Desires because we're running a 60-card deck. We have our Fusion Destiny. We have Upstart Goblin back in his rightful place at 1. We have Card Destruction, Dark World Dealings, Foolish Burial, Monster Born. Very obvious tech cards here for drawing and special summoning. Charge of the Light Brigade for milling cards and getting either of our Lightsworn monsters. We have Chaos Space for our 2 Dragon Boys. Call by Grave, even though that's kind of a redundant thing in this deck, but it's still nice to have. Super Poly, in case we ever need to super poly things with Garura. We have Scapegoat for making links, Snatch, Steal to steal stuff. Scrap Iron, so we have Eternal Trap card in our deck to keep negating attacks. 1 branded Beast in order to destroy stuff, and we have Crackdown to steal stuff. After the extra deck, we have things like Link Karibo. We have Masquerena, Proxy Dragon. We have our Blackluster Soldier. We have Avermax's Defensive Boss. We have Baguska plus AA Zeus for clearing boards. We have our Highlander. Highlander. We have Highlander here, as he is the original Highlander, of course. We have Borlode Savage Dragon. Little tricky to make, but we can make it the darn thing. And it can make itself huge. We have Virtual World QB Shen for kind of a floodgatey sort of thing, and it's not that hard to make in the deck. And we also have Chaos Angel, because we have a lot of light dark, so we can turn those monsters into tuners as need be. We have Theseus as a body on the board, plus it is a tuner. We have Garura as not only super poly target, but if we happen to summon the thing out and then link it away, then we get drawn into the card. And then lastly, our 2 bosses as our Phoenix Enforcer and our Dragoon. Side deck, well, it really wasn't a side. These are just additional sort of engines I was considering. Things like the Alistair engine, Star Eater. I really wanted to do Zoo, but that just takes a lot of space in the extra deck. That sort of thing. But regardless, I hope everybody enjoyed today's deck. No matter how it went, stay tuned for tomorrow. We're playing our Relinquished deck. We're going to be really stealing our opponent's stuff with that deck. And we'll have ourselves a good old time. So, till next time, your boy Memphis is signing out. Until then, y'all stay safe, stay happy, and y'all have a good one. Take care, everybody.